It's in the name.
Welcome into the season 3 of the Good Old Fashioned Dislike podcast, where dynasties never die and hate is an extreme word, but just barely. This episode is brought to you by the adventures of Ben and Travis and the Worrycoaster, children's book about anxiety and worry that will equip you and help your kid deal with it. Pre-order your copy. Actually, order your copy. We're having these suckers printed right now at benandtravis.com/books. On this podcast, we usually pick a football rivalry and we submit that rivalry to the panel of dislike. They will come up with reasons why we like one team, dislike one team, and vice versa. By the end, we come to a conclusion of where loyalties lie, mainly based on non-football things. But that's what's so much fun. Be sure to tell us in the comments who you think will win the NFL conference matchups. We've already seen, I think it was Brian and Tracy saying it'll be a Chiefs-Eagles rematch from a few years ago. I don't mind seeing that. That would be highly entertaining. The current pick'em standings among the panel of dislike is Blake and Will tied at 17-5. That's including the bowls, the college football playoff, and the current NFL playoff. It will also include March Madness here in a few weeks. But Blake and Will tied at 17-5. Ben in third, or I guess second place at 14-8. Josh at 12-9, and yours truly at 12-10. Kind of trying to get back in it. Everybody's within 5. Ray says the Chiefs gonna be taking on the Commanders. Man, the Commanders on an absolutely hot streak, man. Bouncing the Lions, which makes me sad. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about the Ravens, and not shocked by that outcome, not even shocked by how it went down, but nonetheless, kind of sad about it. Hope everybody in TikTok land's doing well. You got your app back, everybody. How about that? All the hearts, appreciate those. Everybody being back. All right, so the golden dislike goes to whomever scheduled the Tennessee Vols to open up against the Syracuse Orangemen in Atlanta next season for college football. My retinas are already burning from all that gaudy orange, and they ain't even started yet. Congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeye fans out there. A little too late for Notre Dame. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm not a huge Ohio State fan, but I'm certainly not in the Notre Dame camp ever. Unless maybe they're playing Tennessee, which I talked about a little bit. The second golden dislike goes to teams wasting Derrick Henry in the playoffs. Oh, my goodness. Derrick Henry, what are you, I mean, guys, the Ravens took the Tennessee Titans playbook twice inside the 3 and don't get it done. They give Derrick Henry a carry. He gets stuffed. He doesn't see it again. They settle for a field goal, right? Then 2-point conversion, 3 yards to gain, and you don't even give it to Derrick Henry. You don't even run an RPO. Or maybe they did. I didn't see it. I was driving a van back from Dallas, Texas. Maybe I didn't see the play right. But, oh, my goodness. People feed the beast. 16 carries in a playoff game for Derrick Henry is insane. And a war crime. I hear you, Brian and Tracy. If you're on TikTok, give them a follow. If you're on Invable, listen to their radio show early in the morning. It's always good stuff. They're also live on TikTok. So shout out to you. So sorry, I can't give you any love on the Vols. I just can't do it. Good season for them. Happy for my Vols friends, but that's about where it stopped. So the first matchup we've got the Commanders. They got me a little gun shy on picking against them. I picked against them like twice. They've bit me twice, and they've bounced both teams. They broke my heart, man. That killed me a little bit on the lines. I said on the last podcast I wanted Lions Ravens would have been the perfect matchup. That's not happening because both of them go out. Maybe I should stop sharing my affection on this podcast, but there it is. It's my podcast, and I'll show affection if I want to. Hey, whatever. But it's the number 6 Washington Commanders with 14 wins, 5 losses, facing division foe, the number 2 Philadelphia Eagles at 16-3. And, Ray says on TikTok, the Eagles have enough to go the distance. I'm not arguing that point by any means. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, comment. I'll throw your comment there up on the screen. Ray says he thinks the Commanders are hot. I don't know if that's attractiveness or if I know what it means. He thinks they're playing good, and they are playing good. Don't mind my laundry folding over there as we talk here. But the panel of dislike in a landslide picks the Philadelphia Eagles to move on to the Super Bowl. And if that's the case, I'm just going to tell you I'm going to be pulling for the Eagles because I, as an Alabama fan, still claim Jalen Hurts. He's an SEC champion with the Tide. He won 28 football games for the Tide. Obviously, a movie. I can't believe they've not made a Tua Jalen movie yet. If he wins the Super Bowl, I think there's a Jalen Hurts movie happening. I mean, and certainly I would go watch that. But the panel in a landslide chooses the Philadelphia Eagles to return to the Super Bowl. And of course, I personally will be pulling for the Eagles if that happens, no matter who they face from the AFC. Panel member Blake says that Mark Andrews should probably go into the witness protection program. While he is paid to catch the ball, and that has irked me to no ends, all kinds of golden dislikes going out to these receivers who, all of them from Division I all the way up to the NFL, get paid to catch passes. And so when they drop them, it hurts my feelings. It makes me a little upset, especially as a former coach. Like, that's your job, catch the ball. But I do think it stinks that he's even having to catch that pass when, like the Avengers, you have a Hulk. The Ravens have a Derrick Henry. He should get a touch in that situation, or at least an RPO. And maybe it was, like I said, I didn't see the full play. But you got to make them pick between Lamar and Derrick. It should never leave either one of those guys' hands in that situation. But yes, I love Mark Andrews. He's made some big catches. Unfortunately, they turned the ball over. And the Bills, hats off to them, had a great strategy. Hey, let's not throw it around. Best secondary in the league. We have a quarterback who tends to throw the ball to the other team. Let's not do that. And so they let the Ravens kind of implode. And that's all you have to do sometimes. So the panel that is like officially has the Philadelphia Eagles going to the Super Bowl. The second pick tonight, the number 2 Buffalo Bills at 15-4, taking on the number 1 Kansas City Chiefs. It hurts my feelings that the Ravens had the Chiefs in Baltimore last year, pulled another one of those crazy playbook things and tried to outpass Patrick Mahomes. Talked about that. And everyone except one of the panel members is going with the Kansas City Chiefs. And so the Kansas City Chiefs are the official pick of the panel of dislike going to the Super Bowl to face the Philadelphia Eagles. That is the official pick. The breakdown of the panel, it's Ben, myself, Blake, and Josh rolling with Kansas City, and Will Mahan taking a chance. He's making a move, trying to get to the top spot as we head into Super Bowl countdown week with the Kansas City Chiefs. What is a pick? The Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, with only one dissenting person, and that's Will Mahan, and he is taking the Bills Mafia. Maybe we should put something on the line for Will. Maybe Will should have to jump through a table if the Bills don't get it done in Kansas City. Maybe it's time for Josh Allen to get to his first Super Bowl. And to be honest, I would be happy, right? I understand people, they have Alabama fatigue. They have SEC fatigue. And I'm sure people have Kansas City Chiefs fatigue. And I'm sure it's heading that way for most everyone, if not already. Hopefully there won't be any officials, right? You want a good, clean game. I tend to think that the Bills, the NFL, if there was a conspiracy, the NFL is seeing a possible Josh Allen Patrick Mahomes matchup, and man, that's just going to bring eyeballs to the television sets.